Hey folks, so in the woods we are again, and here in a few out of the woods we will emerge, and we are back. But this time we're picking up the story of Abraham Lincoln. From the previous episode that I filmed, we covered up to the age of 7, and that was in Kentucky, but now we are in Indiana. So when the Lincolns, when they moved from Kentucky, when Abraham was 7, they ended up here. And we're going to walk around and we're going to look at it. And we're going to figure out what life was like for Abraham, his dad Thomas, his mom Nancy, and his sister. So let's get after it. Let's see what we can get into. Ew. So let's bring you guys up to speed, for those taking score. If you haven't watched an earlier episode that I'd done, we were discussing Lincoln from 1809, the year he was born, up until the age of 7. And if you check out those, that one particular episode, we covered 2 boyhood homes. One that he was born in, so the log cabin, it's a reconstruction. It's in Kentucky, and also about 10 miles away from there is another property that they lived in Kentucky. So that was from 1809 to about 1816. So Lincoln was approximately 7, or just above 7 years old. But it was at that time that the family moved out of Kentucky and crossed the Ohio River into where we are right now, which is Indiana. And exactly where we are is where they set up the farmstead. This is where they lived from the time of Abraham Lincoln being 7, which was 1816, all the way up until 1830, when Lincoln was 21 years old. So why is that significant? 1830, Lincoln being 21. Well, if you think about that era, that time, generally males and the children, they usually belonged to their parents until the age of 21, until they became a full-on adult, I guess you would say. But by what I mean belong is they were in the charge of their parents to be laborers. So the Lincoln family were farmers. So Thomas Lincoln was a farmer, so young Abraham was essentially his apprentice, and it wasn't until the age of 21 where he would be, for lack of a better term, emancipated from his father. And so in 1830, when Lincoln turned 21, he left. He was no longer under his father, so he left and then moved on to the Lincoln that everybody would know, the statesman Lincoln, the adult public servant Lincoln, the lawyer Lincoln, and he would do all that in another state, Illinois. And so now that we're here, let's take a look at exactly what's left of the Lincoln boyhood of Indiana. No flag today. So up ahead in front of me is what's called the Pioneer Cemetery, and what makes that place so special is this is where Abraham Lincoln's mother Nancy's buried, and so she died when young Abe was still a boy. And she was buried right here. So let's go take a peek. So yeah, that's right in front of me. That's Lincoln's mom, Nancy. Tombstone, if you couldn't make it out, it reads Nancy Hanks Lincoln, mother of President Lincoln, died October 5th, AD 1818, aged 35 years. Erected by a friend of her martyred son in 1879. So yeah, it's Lincoln's mom. And so let's do the math. October 5th, 1818. So Lincoln was 9 years old when his mom died. And there's quite an impact that would make on him. He loved his mom, and I mean, who wouldn't? So, but yeah, Thomas would go on to remarry, and it was Thomas's second wife that took up the child rearing, and she was the one, his stepmom, the second wife of Thomas. She was the one that encouraged Lincoln to hit the books and read. You know, his dad would try to work the crap out of him, and you know, Lincoln, he became a strong man, so he did a little bit of that work, but you know, it could be genetics too. But it was his stepmom Sarah that got his brain exercised. We're going to continue on down this path. It says about maybe a half a mile would be the Lincoln farm. So we're going to go check that out too, okay? Still walking, and past an old man back there. I think he had about enough of it, but it's a pretty good hike, and for the most part, going this way, it's downhill, so we're going to pay for it going back uphill. So I see light of day, so I think we're almost there. Let's go take a look. facilities. Primitive facilities. All right. Remember, kids, look both ways. So I don't know if you could take stock in the conventional history, but if it's true, the rail splitter did a lot of rail splitting. Yeah. I can only imagine it being as hot as it is right now. Somebody's still working this land. I mean, there's a good growth of sunflowers, and over here we got rows of corn, so yeah, it's still thriving. Looks like maybe they plowed that before the last rainstorm because it's pretty washed up, but yeah, picked out some good area. You can make a farm out of this. So this is where the cabin was, and what they did is they built this, I guess, retaining wall of some sort, but it was built here to keep us out, and they were excavating and basically contained it for archaeological purposes. But yeah, that would be approximately where the chimney was, and the hearthstones and all that. We'll do a lap around it, but you could see the footprint of the cabin determined by, you know, how they excavated it. So we'll go around this front side, and yeah, so yeah, a full-on family lived in something like that. So kind of wild, ain't it? Kind of wild. So that will be the end of our trail at this Indiana Lincoln Boyhood site. Let's see, we've covered his mom's grave, the farmland out here, and you know where his home was located. But yeah, that's where he lived until he was 21 and emancipated himself and became an adult. So in this two-part episode series, we've covered Lincoln from birth until age of 21 over the span of 3 locations. So you got 2 in Kentucky and this one in Indiana. And it's safe to say that I'm fairly pleased with the Indiana version. The original, the birth home, was kind of cool and everything. I mean, they had a replica log cabin, not quite the original. I don't think it would withstand that test of time. So yeah, this is pretty neat. So I encourage you, if you ever get out this way, check this place out. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell and do all that crazy nonsense that they tell you to do on YouTube. It will help me out a lot. I'm trying to get my my channel up and going. We're still kind of in the young stages, not quite emancipated from our father yet. Silly. Okay, I get it. All right. So yeah, without further ado, I gotta walk about a half a mile uphill. So I'll catch you guys around on the next one. Thanks for watching. Going uphill. Oh, I need a shower. Oh yeah, this episode's history.